So let's talk about the original Annie from 1982. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1982 musical dramedy Annie, released by Columbia, directed by John Huston, starring Aileen Quinn in her first film role, playing the title character, along with Albert Finney, Carol Burnett, and Reinking, Tim Curry, Bernadette Peters, Geoffrey Holder, and Edward Herrmann. Now, of course, this is, an adaptation of the 1977 Broadway musical of the same name, based on the Little Orphan Annie comic strip, created by Harold Gray. Of course, this is set during the Great Depression in 1933. Tells the story of a red orphan girl from New York City who was taken in by America's richest billionaire, Oliver Warbucks. So, if you're ready, let's get started in our story. Anyway, now, of course, we start in 1933 during the Great Depression. A young orphan named Annie is living in the Hudson Street Orphanage in New York City, which is run by the cruel alcoholic Miss Hannigan, who forces the orphans to clean the building daily. And that breaks us into, one of the most recognizable and popular tunes, It's the Hard Knock Life for Us, which of course you heard me humming. Sort of humming, but doing, I just threw that in for fun. I was going to do the other popular hit, but I'll tell you what that was later, okay? So bear with me. Anyway, with half of a locket as her only possession, Annie remains optimistic that her parents, who left her on the doorstep as a baby, will return for her. And that's when we go into a song, maybe. But Annie sneaks out with help from a laundryman named Mr. Jules Bundles, and adopts a stray dog which she names Sandy, which of course we go into the song Dumb Dog, which is so much fun. But unfortunately, police officer catches her in the act and returns her. So apparently, she's introduced Sandy to all the girls, but Miss Hannigan, of course, you guessed it, finds out and puts her in the broom closet. Later, Grace Farrell, secretary to billionaire Oliver Warbucks, arrives to invite an orphan to live with him for a week in order to improve his public image. Annie manages to try to help out and, convinced Grace and what have you, but Miss Hannigan's not too thrilled. It's like, you don't want Annie, she's trying to convince her that she's drunk or what have you. Yeah, but, after a little bit of a rough time with Miss Farrell, Annie's free to go. So she is chosen, and she and Sandy travel to the Warbucks mansion, where there she gets to meet his main servants, including his two bodyguards, the Asp and Punjab. And that's when we go into another good song. I think I'm going to like it here. This is definitely a really good tune. Once we see the inside of Warbucks Mansion, I gotta say the fun begins. I absolutely loved the atmosphere of this. Yeah. Apparently, everything seems to go perfectly well. That is until Warbucks comes home and apparently he thinks orphans are boys and what have you, but apparently initially dismissive of Annie due to her being a girl, Warbucks is charmed into letting her stay, to which he takes her and Grace to the Radio City Music Hall to watch a movie, Camille, while beginning to develop affection for Annie in the as we go into the song Let's Go to the Movies, which is pretty good. But anyway, Grace urges Warbucks to adopt Annie, and that's when we go into We Got Annie. Yes, Grace is happy, but warned to be careful in going to see Hannigan. Well, apparently he's there. He arrives and meets with her, and so apparently, this. Let me see if I'm trying to get this. But anyway, I will get to that in just a moment and what have you. Before this even occurs, Miss Hannigan soon gets a surprise visit by her con artist brother, Rooster. Yeah, and his girlfriend, Lily St. Regis. Later on, and they may have a solution into taking care of Annie. But anyway, let's see. Oh, yes. Now, once Warbucks comes to Miss Hannigan and she's like, you want to return? And he's like, I want to adopt her. It's like, would you excuse me for a moment? Yeah, we don't see her do that. So apparently, Warbucks convinces Hannigan to sign the adoption papers while Hannigan drunkenly tries to seduce him. As we go to the song Sign. Oh boy. It's so much. That's a lot of fun. Anyway, Warbucks reveals his plans to Annie, even offering her a new locket, but she declines. She explains the purpose of her broken locket and her hope that her parents will return with the other half. Warbucks appears on Bert Healy's radio show and offers $50,000 to find Annie's parents. And that's when we hear You're Never Fully Dressed Without a Smile during that. Anyway, this causes mass hysteria with many would-be parents appearing to claim money. To escape the madness, Warbucks flies Annie to the White House and introduces her to President Roosevelt. Franklin D. Roosevelt, FDR, you know what I mean, and his wife Eleanor. Roosevelt informs them of his plan to introduce a social welfare program to help America's impoverished, excuse me, yeah, and asks Warbucks to help. Annie encourages him to help. And as we go into what I should have done this for my intro, of course, the ever popular song Tomorrow. Upon returning home, Annie is disheartened when Grace reveals none of the potential parents knew about the locket. Now, back to where we get back to Miss Hannigan once again. Get another visit from Rooster and Lily. And they plot to pose as Annie's parents to gain the reward. So they search the orphan's belongings, and Miss Hannigan reveals Annie's real parents died in a fire years ago. Therefore, Hannigan possesses the other half of the locket. And that means we go into the song Easy Street. Well, Annie's friends overhear the conversation and try to sneak out, but well, you know, you're right. Hannigan and her, well, two goons, yeah, I prefer to call them goons, brother and girlfriend, locked them away in the broom closet. Boy, that's hard. Definitely. Okay, now to the final act in the ending. You've got 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid any spoilers. Okay, here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Now, Rooster and Lily succeed with the ruse, and Annie is soon kidnapped after leaving the mansion. We go into a reprise of maybe once it's happened. However, her friends manage to escape from the broom closet, and soon they had to go through so much running, they reach Warbucks and tell him the truth. To his shock, he informs the police and the FBI, who began a citywide search. Annie convinces the felons to pull over, only to escape and destroy Warbucks' check. In his fury, Rooster chases Annie up a raised railroad bridge in an effort to kill her. Yikes. Well, Miss Hannigan tries to stop him, who really never wanted Annie to get hurt, but her own brother knocks her out. Boy, Rooster and Annie reach the very top of the bridge. Oh, she's very scared. But here comes a little copter to the rescue, and Punjab comes to the rescue. Yes, but he manages to get her. Rooster's shocked by this, and Punjab gives him a knock and zooms down their raised bridge. Yeah, and Hannigan scolds him in a way. So, anyway, in the end, Rooster and Lily are arrested while Annie is officially adopted by Warbucks. We go to the song I Don't Need Anything But You. At a party in which the orphans, a redeemed Miss Hannigan, and the Roosevelts attend, Warbucks gives Annie the new locket and she embraces her new father. Yep. Saying our last words, I love you, Daddy, Warbucks. And so Warbucks also kisses Grace, yep, reciprocating the feelings she secretly harbors for him, implying that the two will eventually marry. And the fireworks go on as in the ending credits crack overhead and write Annie's name. And that's the end. So, what did I think of Annie? Well, it's been a few years since I last saw this, but I gotta say, I really do like this movie. This has gotten mostly good to mixed response when it first came out. It has received lots of awards and what have you, including various awards. 2 were actually won by young Aileen Quinn. She won the Young Artist Award for Best Young Motion Picture Actress. Unfortunately, she also won the Worst Supporting Actress from the Razzies. Unfortunately. But anyway, which she was also nominated for Worst New Star, but she lost that award. Other Razzies were up for the Worst Picture from Ray Stark, Worst Director from John Huston, and the Worst Screenplay by Carol Sobieski. Other awards it was up for, there was 2 Academy Awards for Best Art Direction and Set Decoration, Best Music Original Song Score and its Adaptation or Best Adaptation Score. And let's see, there was another Young Artist Award for Tony Ann Gisundi. Not who she plays though. Let me have a look. Oh yes, she plays one of the girls, Molly. Yes, okay. Let me see. Carol Burnett and Aileen Quinn were also nominated for awards at the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, but those were lost though. But anyway, the music is absolutely good as Columbia released the soundtrack to it. But anyway, I love the performances from everyone, especially Aileen Quinn, who really is absolutely great as Annie. I absolutely do like Albert Finney's portrayal of Daddy Warbucks. Now, actually, Cary Grant and Sean Connery, whom we sadly lost not so long ago, were also considered before Finney was chosen. Playing Miss Hannigan is Carol Burnett. Playing Rooster is Tim Curry. Bernadette Peters is Lily. Anne Reinking as Grace. And then we have Geoffrey Holder as Punjab. Roger Manami as the Asp. And then we got, Edward Herrmann, who would become big in lots of movies and TV shows, most notably Gilmore Girls, as President Roosevelt. Lois DeBanzi as Eleanor Roosevelt. And, well, just about many others, as a matter of fact. Oh, yes, and playing the radio show host Bert Healy is Pierre Marshall, the guy who would host the original Hollywood Squares, which they happened to have been canceled the well, a year before this even came out. Anyway, I have to say, from what I've seen, Annie is a great movie musical. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would, sure. I mean, this is worth looking into. Anyway, the film went on to make 57 million here in the US. It went on to have a direct-to-TV sequel called Annie: A Royal Adventure in 1995. Unfortunately, I rarely remember this. I've heard of the movie though, but I have not really seen it in a long time because I rarely remember it. In 1999, Disney and Columbia teamed to do a made-for-TV film version of Annie in 1999. A review of that will be coming up in my month of Disney and Christmas next month, since that was considered to be a success. And then in 2014, an updated urban version came out with Quinn Wallace playing the title character, and Jamie Foxx playing the character of Will Stacks, aka the Daddy Warbucks character, and Cameron Diaz is Miss Hannigan. But anyway, that's another story. I'm not doing the 2014 version, not yet anyway. But look for a review of the 1999 version though next month. But anyway, it's a good movie with great characters in my view and a good cast. And Ralph Barton's score for the film is real good. So anyway, Annie's worth looking into if you haven't already seen it. So, what are your thoughts on Annie? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Now, pardon me just a moment, I'll be right back. Please forgive me, please stand by. I'm sorry I paused that too soon. Be right back. Sorry, everyone. I apologize for that little, you know. But anyway, tell me what you thought about the movie. Join me next time when I get ready to return to the land of Oz as I bring you a review of Return to Oz. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my review of Annie. And if you like the video, see these other musicals I have done that are historical, that kind of takes place in history or something like that. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of one of my favorite movie musicals, Grease, which of course takes place in the 50s. Or see my recent review of Popeye in the upper right-hand corner. Or if you want a more underrated movie musical that really got this, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of Xanadu that I did last year, which just happened to be celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching my review of Annie. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya!